Alrighty, back again on the 1973 Fiat 124 Sport Coupe. Last episode you would have seen me finishing off all this lower rear quarter panel here. Other side was done before. Whole back section is now rust free. This episode I'm going to turn my attention to these two little sections here underneath the rear window. This side not too bad, got some rust holes there, a bit of pitting. This one here I know is a lot bigger on the underside there. So there's this side and this side. So you would have seen me in the last episode talking about this, where you got there's a big rust hole here that the previous repairer filled full of copper gloop. You got a rust hole here and a rust hole here. See if I can show you what this looks like on the inside. Alright, this episode is going to be a little bit different. I've got both these rear window sills to fix. I'm going to give myself a time limit of 8 hours. Now that's 8 hours of actual working time, not 8 hours straight. So it'll probably be broken up into 2 4-hour slots, but all up 8 hours. So we got the task, we got the 8-hour limit. Let's see if we can do it. All right, quick time check. What are we at? Just a bit over 6 hours remaining. So in that first 2 hours, you would have seen me chopping this section here out and fabricating up a new replacement panel for in there. Then I have smashed all the primer inside here because it's a lot easier to prime it before the panel gets welded on. So while that is fully setting, I'm going to jump over to this side. And as you can see here, there's these pinholes along here, pinhole. Yeah, it's sort of a bit pitted there. There's a big hole there, hole there. Across this whole section here, all these little holes here and these pitted sections are only superficial on this side, except for that. This on the other side is rusted out. There it is. So as you can see, up there's okay. Down there's okay. It's this one right in the middle there. So my way of approaching this, I've got two options. I can either go through and drill out all these pitted sections and holes and then MIG weld them in, fill them all in, and then cut this section here out and replace that panel, do the same there, there and there, which I think by the time you start having little blowouts and trying to fill in all these holes, it's going to look a bit patchworky. So I think my preferred option is to cut probably along here, straight down to here, and then in and make this panel. It looks pretty easy. I think it's just an L-shaped panel there. So that's what I'm going to do. That is our task now. 6 hours remaining. Okay, so you would have just seen me fabricating this whole panel here. Was a bit tricky because it's got one sort of sharper bend right here that is followed immediately by a really big curve there. So it was tough to try to get this nice gradual curve through here while keeping that first sharper curve, and then of course it tapers off as you come back to here. So obviously this little drop here is a lot less than this drop here. So that took a little while, but now that is in, all cleaned up. I made up another little panel here because, as you would have remembered, there was big holes there and big holes there. It's probably where this whole rust started. So that is one side done. Let's do a quick time check. There you go. So it's 3 hours, 30 minutes remaining to do that side over there. So let's get cracking with that. And there it is. This side is now done. Similar to that side over there, it'll probably just need a little bit of filler just around the weld to smooth it all off. But metal is always better than rust. So that is a win. Over the other side there's done. Both sides done. What's the clock saying? It is 41 minutes, 57 seconds. So both those lower windows took 7 hours, 20 minutes roughly, which I'm quite happy with. I thought it'd probably take longer, but I'll take that. So now that these two are done, both the back rear quarter panel lowers are done, boot is done. That means everything from basically here back is done, which was all the major rust, except next task I think will be the driver's side floor panel. So if you can remember from the previous episodes, we looked at all this, stripped all this back. All the floors are really, really good, except for this driver's side footwell, floor, firewall. So that's probably going to be the next task in the next video. I was umming and ahhing about whether I'd do it, but yeah, why not? I'll give it a go. These seat rails on this driver's side here have been cut, welded, riveted, then welded again, then cut again, then riveted again. So these will be coming out. I do have a set that I pulled off the foam green car, which I think might just need a little bit of fixing, but a lot better than these ones, so they'll go in here. So that's the next task, is this floor and that firewall. Probably the floor first, because the firewall connects to the frame up that end and it's all a bit more tricky. So that is it. Everything done this side back, slowly getting there. Thanks very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed it.